Welcome to Michelle's Home Cooking. I'm Michelle. Today I'm sharing with you my recipe for chocolate crinkle cookies. I love baking during the holidays, and this is one of the cookies that I like to share, and I'm happy to share this with you. This will be fun and easy, and it'll be really quick as well. You won't have to wait, like put it in the refrigerator waiting for the dough to set up. The dough sets up immediately. You could bake it immediately, so it won't take no time in the kitchen. You won't have any fuss or muss, so let's get started. Now to make this recipe, you'll need some flour, some cocoa powder, some butter. Now I use salted butter. This butter is cold and I cubed it. You're going to need some sugar, some brown sugar, of course some vanilla, some baking powder, some baking soda, some salt, and a beaten egg. Now to get started, on this wax sheet of paper, what we're going to do is combine the dry ingredients. So I'm going to take my flour, my cocoa powder, my baking powder, my baking soda, and my salt. And I'm going to have, with my whisk, I'm going to gently combine these ingredients, making sure that I gently mix this all together because we're going to add this in a sec. But I like to mix all my dry ingredients, making sure that they are distributed evenly, so when we're mixing, it'll become a smooth, nice dough. And I love mixing my dry ingredients on my wax sheet of paper. It avoids messing up another dish. You know, you just whisk all this stuff on this wax paper and then throw it away. I don't like doing dishes. Okay, that looks good. Next, we're going to go on and cream our ingredients. Again, this butter is cold. It's right out of the refrigerator. We're going to add this to my bowl. And I love to use salted butter, by the way. I never cook with unsalted butter. So this is salted butter that's cold, straight out the refrigerator. And the first thing we're going to do, let me move this out the way so you can see, is cream this butter. And it takes about a minute. Now it's going to make a lot of noise, and it may seem like the task is going to be daunting, but trust me, this works. Okay, now that looks good. Now if you noticed, as I was creaming the butter, I gently lift the whisk up, so when the butter was all stuck on the wire whisk, it threw it off. So don't be alarmed if you see that happening. The butter's gonna stick to your whisk. Just gently lift up the mixer while it's mixing. It's gonna fly off, and then you're gonna have a consistency that looks like this. Next, we're gonna add our sugars. So I'm gonna add the white sugar and the brown sugar. Okay, now we're going to whisk this. This is going to take about 3 minutes, so we're going to cream this until this is well combined. now I'm going to add my egg. And then the vanilla. I'm going to gently scrape my bowl. All right, we're going to proceed on mixing. Now that's all well combined, we're going to go ahead and add our dry ingredients. Oh, and also, the egg that I added in, it was also cold. Cold butter, cold eggs. Right out the refrigerator. Okay, now I'm going to gently mix in the dry ingredients. Okay, now that looks good. Now it's time to shape the cookies. Now that our cookie dough is all mixed up, now it's time to shape it. Now what I have here is a 1 tablespoon cookie scoop. If you don't have a 1 tablespoon cookie scoop, you could use a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, measure it out and shape them as well. But what you're going to do is go ahead and scoop out your dough, put it in your hand, shape it, and put it there. And remember, we already have been working with cold butter and a cold egg, so we don't have to worry about our cookies spreading terribly thin and spreading all over the place and becoming just a mess. This technique ensures that the cookies stay together, that they'll hold their shape, and it's going to save you time in the kitchen, because one thing about baking is the time, and that's why a lot of people shy away from it. But I created this technique many moons ago, and it saved me a lot of time, especially doing a lot of baking, especially for the holidays and for my children when they were growing up. And what I'm doing now is just I'm going to go ahead and just shape all the balls. And if you find that you're probably like not moving as fast as me, you can go ahead and chill the dough up a little bit in the refrigerator, but not for long, because it's definitely going to be ready to bake as soon as you make it. And this recipe is foolproof. It won't let you down, and you will not have flat, boring cookies. Okay, now of course, the star of the show, the powdered sugar. We're going to go ahead and roll these in powdered sugar, because that's what makes these cookies crinkle cookies. Just go ahead and place them on the cookie sheet. Oh, about to give everybody powdered sugar facials. Over here making a mess. That's okay. I really cook on this show. We're just going to continue to roll all the cookies in the powdered sugar till they're all coated. Now I know I'm making these cookies for the holidays, but these are good any time of the year. I just like to make a series of cookies that I put in gift boxes. Sometimes I put them in cookie tins. Every year it changes, but the cookies don't. And I give them, give them as gifts to my friends and my family and my coworkers. And they love them. Okay, so I like to arrange these about 2 inches apart. Like this, so when they bake down, they don't touch. Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven. My oven's already preheated at 350 degrees. I'm going to bake these for 10 minutes, and when they're done, I'm going to show you guys what they look like. My cookies baked in the oven for 10 minutes. I've allowed them to cool on the cookie sheet for about 5 to 6 minutes, and this recipe makes about 2½ dozens. Now, in between you baking your batches, the remaining dough, chill that in the refrigerator while your other cookies are cooking. And with the chilled dough, bake those cookies in between 11 and 12 minutes. Now look at this chocolate cookies. Don't they look amazing? And there's something about chocolate that brings people together. Look at those 2 cookies over there kissing. I know I didn't put them together. Now, to get this recipe, head over to michelleshomecooking.com. And if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Coming up next, my recipe for Miss Bell's Snowball Cookies. See you soon.